Good morning. We have everybody almost ready to go. We have Lyndle's hair to do and that's it. Are you guys excited for dance?
Yeah.
Aw, I'm excited for you guys. I know this is gonna be so fun.
We're going.
Once we get Lyndle's hair done, we're going. This is gonna be so fun. Eloise is excited about her pockets. So Lyndle has quite a few tangles. And I was gonna show you guys, I've been using this. It's a 10. I bought this like maybe close to a year ago and it still probably has half of it. It is expensive, but it works so well and it'll last forever. I've been using it on Lyndle and Eloise and my hair. It's really, really good stuff. So it just like melts the tangles and makes it 10 times easier to brush through when there's any kind of like nest situation going on. Hey guys. Much better. That wasn't too bad, was it, Junebug? No.
Ready to go to
I will link this below if I can find it. I think I just got it at Walmart, but I'm sure it's on Amazon too. Alright, this one is...
Lyndle's.
Does it say Lyndle on it? Yep, Lyndle. This one's Bear. Hold on, you need your jacket on, Eloise. We're going to hang our bird feeders outside. And Eloise, let's get the hummingbird feeder for you. Did you guys have fun at dance? Yeah?
I had lots of fun.
You want to go?
Yeah.
You miss it? Should we go back next week?
Yeah. Let's go back next.
Since Berend Lyndle have a bird feeder and Eloise doesn't, and our hummingbird feeder is empty, and I don't know that hummingbirds are out right now anyway, Eloise.
And this one?
Yep, so we're gonna make your own little bird feeder and you can hang it out. Okay. Can you put some peanut butter on it?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, I'll hold it and you just spread peanut butter on it like that, okay? There. And that'll be food for the birds. You smear it on this way. On this way. There we go. Okay. Hold it by that and be careful. Don't get the peanut butter on yourself. Now let's go hang it out there for the birds.
Okay.
Okay, Berend Lyndle are already out there. Oh, we should hang them by your house. Let's see. We need to find a spot that we can hang them where we can see from inside. How about we can put one right here on this little hook? Bear, do you want to put yours there? Perfect. Then we can see from inside, we'll be able to see the birds eating it. Okay, now Lyndle and Eloise, let's find a spot for yours, okay? I see another hook over here on that post. You want to put yours on that one?
Where? Oh, there! Right there! That's right there.
You want Eloise to put hers there?
Yeah,
Okay.
have some glue.
Here, Eloise, do you see that hook?
We have some glue.
See that hook right there?
Why does he just have peanut butter on it?
Because we don't have any bird seeds. Can you hang it on that? Are you tall enough? Can you put it up on there?
Freezing.
I know, we need to do this quickly, don't we?
We have to put on.
Good job!
Can I put
Okay, Lyndle, let's put yours. Can you find a hook over here to put it on? That's perfect. Oh my gosh, we got our Newton mattress. I ordered pink
For me?
for one of the babies. We got one of them in. It's a new baby mattress for the new babies.
Cute.
I know, and it's pink.
That's for me.
You can see it.
I'm too big for it.
You have one actually, you'll probably be moving to a big kid bed so we can use your other Newton mattress for the other baby.
Daddy, will.
You want to wear your mattress?
Yeah.
Okay. Yours is white. Oh. They couldn't get enough dance today, so we're doing kids yoga.
There was gray water down there.
Oh.
That's why.
Lyndle insisted on staying in her.
There's a pony.
I wonder which one you felt was most like you. Maybe you're like a little bit of
Namaste.
Isn't it interesting how different they all are?
They did really well this whole.
Oh, I know. They didn't talk to us at all. It was great.
Hilarious.
Only because we're going through the house.
Yeah, we have a lot to update you guys on. I had a meeting during nap time with our architect, our designer, and our site superintendent, and we've made some pretty major changes, shockingly. We're not going to make our deadline. That's now being pushed back a third time.
I hope everyone's sitting down. We're not going to make a deadline.
But it's okay because, well, once the kids are...
Don't do that.
Hey, Lyndle.
But then you're supposed to do it because he's not doing it.
It's okay. They can do whatever they want.
That's the beauty of Namaste, is
You
you
do
can
you.
just, you do you, girl.
There.
Once the kids go to bed, we'll update you on everything, but it was a very productive meeting, and we'll just update you later.
Hey, the lighting's not too bad if you just go like this. Hey, we're Brad and Rach. Welcome back. Okay, so I wasn't at the meeting. I had to work, and the meeting was during nap time.
It was
Oh.
like a 2-hour-long meeting.
I was gonna say, like you guys kept texting back and forth, so I knew you were still conversing, and this was like at the 2-hour mark. So a lot went down.
It did. It was really funny when it first started because we were both on Zoom, and our designer, architect, and our supervisor were all three there, and then it was me on the other end, and we could see each other. I could hear them, and they're like, "We can't hear you." Or Shelby was like, "We can't hear you," and so I kept going through. I did an audio test, like everything was coming through, and I was like, I don't know what else to do.
They had their speakers muted.
I was wondering, but I didn't want to be like I had just clicked the chat button to like type, maybe check to see if your sound is on, like your
Yeah.
speakers are on,
Uh-huh.
and Tim was like, "Shelby, turn your volume up." So that was how it started.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was fun.
That's a good icebreaker.
It was good.
As if you needed an icebreaker.
Exactly. They're really cool people. Yeah, and then we just dove right in.
So, did Tim immediately say, oh, what was first? Just going through the questions that they sent over?
Yeah, like I think we started with the roof, and I just said, yeah, we're gonna go with this color.
Which is like a gray.
Like a charcoal, not like a light gray, like a charcoal.
Yeah.
We did that, and then we started in on like the placement of all of the elements of our exterior. So we have a combination of board and batten siding, which is kind of like traditional siding, except I think it looks nicer. But like the material that we're going with is a really no maintenance material that lasts forever and has like a 20-year warranty to even just being sun faded. So it's a really good product, but the board and batten is like vertical lines. So we have that. We have stone. And then we have cedar shake. But the cedar shake is also made out of this manufactured material that is supposed to be
So it's not going to be like our
indestructible.
house that we had out in South Carolina that like faded and grew moss on it and stuff.
Exactly.
That's good.
We'll insert a picture here of our house in South Carolina, and you can distinctly see the area of the cedar shake that is covered by the porch looks beautiful, and then the area that's exposed to the elements does not. So over time, real cedar shake tiles or shingles or whatever are high maintenance, and they attract bugs.
We have water in the background as a humidifier. We have like 3 humidifiers and then this. So, okay, so after the placing of, and the stone, did you already say stone?
Yep,
Yeah.
got stone. Yeah, so we talked about the placing for a long time because Tim had like changed some things with the roof line to create some more gables, and so we were like deciding what to do with that and like where we want the cedar shake, and Shelby at one point was like, I don't think we even need cedar shake anywhere, and I was like trying to hang on to the cedar shake, I think. So anyway, we talked about that for a long time, and what ultimately needs to happen is, like, this is a rendering, the elevations or whatever you call it. This is like what the shape of the outside of our house would look like, but our architect has like dropped in the elements in places just as a placeholder. What I need is this blank, and then I can color, because I think what's ultimately going to make the decision on where we put things is making sure that the coloring is all balanced when you look at it as a whole.
Right.
Because the cedar shake is kind of the same color as the timber. We're doing some timber accents in some of the gables. The stone is a lot lighter. The board and batten is a lot darker. So when you put it all together, looking at it, we don't want like a big glob of dark in one section. So anyway, that's what we came to the conclusion of, is can you just send me this completely blank and I'll draw on it.
Yeah.
So that took a lot of time.
Right.
Then we talked about windows. That took a lot of time. There's just like certain window patterns that I wanted to change, and certain windows I wanted bigger, and I think we pretty much got all that figured out. And then it was kind of funny how he led into it, because well, Shelby was like, and then we're going to talk about the grade. And I don't have any idea. I guess I know that like a gradient is, or the grade of a land is the slope.
Right. Which we didn't think our land had that much of a slope. Like, I thought it was pretty, I mean, like towards the back of the lot, yeah, it slopes. Like we bought an additional lot and that one's really slopey.
Yeah.
But I didn't think ours was that slopey.
I remember the first
Is
time.
that a word, slopey? Yeah, it is now.
Do you remember when we went out there with Tim and we were standing on it, and
Yeah.
he kept saying things like, we're going to have to push dirt this way, and then if you're standing right here, we're going to be standing at the front of the house, but over here it's going to be off the ground, because that's when we first started wondering if our back patio is going to be able to walk out onto the ground,
Right.
or if it's going to need stairs. And he kind of alluded to the fact that it might. Do you remember?
Yeah, vaguely.
He was right.
Turns out, well, at the very, very, very beginning of our house design process, we said we wanted a basement.
Like in our dream home.
Yeah, in our dream home, we wanted an unfinished basement that the kids just run around. We could put a gym down there, you know, kids bounce house, whatever, trampoline, whatever. And we were talked out of it by 2 different people,
Builders.
2 different builders. And turns out we're gonna get our basement.
There's enough of a slope. You should explain it, because
Yeah, so basically there's enough of a slope that no matter what, so if we didn't do a basement, for one, they would have to get a lot of fill, dirt, rock, stuff to fill the land in, and we would have exposed concrete sides of at least 6 foot tall, if not taller. And so, like, just exposed, I mean, I guess you could stone it, that'd be a huge expense. But yeah, it would just be giant exposed concrete for where the foundation's located.
yeah, exactly. Well, then the superintendent guy was like, with the amount of concrete and fill that we're gonna have to do to make this work, you're gonna be at the 80% of the cost of doing a walkout basement. So he's like, you're almost there. You just need a little bit more height to make a basement with, and they're putting in like a 10-foot ceiling basement. You just need a little bit more height, so they'll have to dig out a little bit instead of getting a ton of fill, and you're there. And it'll add so much value to the home ultimately that it's definitely worth that little bit of extra cost up front to make it a basement, a walkout basement with potentially like you could have like a carport for a golf cart or
a garage
or
for a lawnmower, or you could just do a screened in porch. We haven't decided what we're gonna do exactly with it.
Yeah, with the area, because there will be our outdoor patio upstairs will be overhanging, and so we have to decide if that area underneath it we want it to be outside just covered, or if we want it to be like enclosed as a garage type thing. So we're still kind of talking through that because this whole concept's brand new, but basically when they talked through it, there's so many benefits. The fact that we're gonna have like a storm shelter accessible from the inside is really good. More storage, an unfinished area that the kids can play on and draw with chalk, and it's just gonna be really good overall. And
in the future, if we wanted an additional bedroom, or like in the future, like when somebody else buys it, they can do an additional bedroom.
Exactly.
Just, yeah, I mean, the possibilities are unlimited.
Yeah. So that was like the big, you could tell that they were like nervous to bring it up.
Because they didn't know we wanted, they didn't know we wanted a basement to begin with.
Yeah.
And
he was really relieved to find that we were both like totally okay with that idea. But it pushes like that's gonna take a while to draw up and get all of the logistics figured out on his end, our architect's end. So there's no way. We were supposed to be presenting to our neighborhood committee on Tuesday, which is pushed back a month from when we originally thought we'd be presenting. So that's definitely not gonna happen again, and we're gonna be pushed back again. But it's fine.
Well, and what our site superintendent said, he said, it doesn't matter if you start on the 1st of February or if you start mid-March, you're gonna end at the same time, because if you start on the 1st of February, there's gonna be weather delays no matter what. Like you can't pour concrete on like what the weather is here in Missouri in the beginning of February.
Exactly. Like the low last night was like 8 degrees. And then it's gonna be like 50 this weekend. And so with that huge fluctuation in temperature, you can't, like you have to anticipate, I guess, that as well. So yeah, like Brad said, it doesn't really matter. It just makes me feel a lot better knowing that, because in a perfect world, in my mind, we would have broken ground in mid-January. But it doesn't make a difference in the end, like the finish line. It probably maybe a few weeks, but not a month and a half like it seems like. We're gonna be starting a build kind of in the primary time frame of starting a build now, weather-wise anyway. But we'll see what other kind of delays we run into.
Yeah, no kidding.
They said best case scenario 9 months from when we break ground.
Yeah.
And it could be a little sooner, could be later.
Probably later. But we'll be super comfortable in the villa, we hope.
Yeah. I think it's more about the location. Like and we don't have 2 more babies. If we had to press on for another year here with 2 more babies, it would have been
not fun.
Yeah, I mean, we would have made it work and it would have been fine. But
yeah, of course.
The villa has more square footage, and there's just a few hazards around here that are, like the railing right here. There's a couple things that just made me nervous with the kids being here all the time. There's like the upstairs, we've moved it since then, but there's a bed that we had pushed up against the railing of the lofted area.
You know what I could do?
And Eloise, one time I caught her like standing on the bed, leaning over. It was terrifying, but
yeah.
So we don't have that there anymore. But
so we really want to add a rail. I'm going to show it. We want to add a rail right there.
we have since before we even moved in.
However, like it would be, I guess we could possibly match this one.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that just a 2x4?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that would just be the easiest.
Yeah.
Or we could get rid of that one and then do 2 new ones
Yeah.
that
Match each other. Yeah. Or we could paint. I'm just looking around and.
Can't paint this. This is all lacquered.
Oh. Yeah, it'd be easier to just start from scratch. But this goes to show you how smart children are. Like that was probably the #1 thing people said when we moved in here, besides the fact that it has a pond and how hazardous that is for little kids. But the fact that there was no railing here, and my mom, I know, has mentioned it a few times too, and it's understandable, but like the kids don't play on the stair. Like we have a ton of conversation surrounding this staircase and how dangerous it is on the side here. And like they do not play on the stairs. The stairs are purely for going up and down, and they hang on this side. Like we teach them, they come down on their booties and they climb up on this side. That's just how it works around here. So, and then we have that netting in there because I feel like Eloise's head when we moved in could fit through there.
Probably not anymore.
If her head could fit through, her body could, and yeah, probably not anymore. So that's, I don't know. It just makes me feel better having that net up there, but
Are we leaving that up there for the VRBO?
I don't know. That's another thing we need to think about is like what things do we need to put in place to make this
I think we should take it down.
safe for renters? I don't know, because if there's a child in the family that rents this and they don't think about that, if we advertise it as like a place that's kid friendly, because I was thinking we don't need a bed in that area. I was thinking we could leave toys and stuff up there so that if it's a family with young kids,
Yeah.
that could be like the toy room.
Yeah, well, if we do that, then we definitely need a railing.
Yeah. And then the wood burning stove. There's been one time that Eloise went over there and like I think briefly touched it. She was totally fine, but like they just know that thing's hot and they don't go near it.
I mean, back in the old day, that was literally the only source of heat.
And it is our only source. I mean, it's not our.
There's a lot of my patients at my clinic that their only source of heat is a wood burning stove.
I can understand how that would be fine because
Exactly.
we hardly use our heat. It kicks on at night if we don't, but you could literally set an alarm for like 1 a.m. and come down and throw wood on it and we'd be good. That thing's amazing. So anyway, that's our big house update / future Airbnb
Getting a
update.
basement.
We're getting a basement. Brad's already shopping stuff that he wants to put in the basement, like a golf simulator.
I mean, ideally, I'll build my own bar. We'll have the golf simulator, and so we can have a beer and do the golf simulator. How awesome is that?
That would be really awesome.
I know.
Oh boy.